Good morning, students. Today we are going to see another important concept is pollen-pistil interaction. What type of the interaction is mainly present in between pollen grain and pistil? Here, pollination does not guarantee the transfer of the compatible pollen of the same species as the stigma. You know that, for example, this is one flower. This is one flower. This is a unisexual flower or a bisexual flower, any one. Here, many number of the pollen grains are freely floating on the atmosphere. All pollen grains does not reach to stigma of the flower. Here, many number of the pollen grains are easily degenerated inside of the atmosphere. A few number of pollen grains are reached to stigma of female flower. Because of this condition, from the anther, lack of pollen grains are released. That's why pollination does not guarantee the transfer of the compatible means right type of pollen grain. Other that is the same flower of the pollen grain or same species of the pollen grain. That is compatible or right type. The right type of the pollen grains. Otherwise, the compatible type of the pollen of the same species as the stigma. Next one, often pollen of the wrong type. Often pollen of the wrong type, either from the other species or from the same species or from the same plant, land on the stigma. Here, often pollen of the wrong type, either from the other species or from the same species or from the same plant, land on the stigma. Here, in that condition, the pistil has ability to recognize whether it is here. Where is the pistil? This is nothing but ovary. This is style. This is stigma. Ovary, style, stigma combine together to form carpel or pistil. See this from here. This is nothing but one pistil. The pistil has the ability to recognize whether it is a compatible or right type. Incompatible or wrong type. Here, the main important aspect is this is one pistil. The pistil has ability. Which type of the ability? Which type of the ability presence in that pistil? The pistil has ability to recognize whether it is a compatible. Compatible means right type. Here the same flower of the pollen grains or same species of the pollen grain, that is nothing but a compatible or a right type. Incompatible or a wrong type means other species of the pollen grain. Here actually, which type of the pollen grain fall on the stigma? Which type of the pollen grain is fall on the stigma? Whether it is a right type of the pollen grain or a wrong type of the pollen grain. That's why the pistil has the ability to recognize whether it is a right type or a wrong type. For example, if it is right type of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma. Right type of pollen grain fall on the stigma. This is nothing but a pollen grain. The pollen grain fall on the stigma. This pollen grain come from the same flower or come from the same species. That's why it is also known as right type or compatible type. Compatible type. If it is a compatible type, the pistil accept the pollen and promote the post fertilization events. Post fertilization events that leads to fertilization. Here, same type of the pollen grain, right type of the pollen grain or a compatible type of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma. Fall on the pistil. Pistil accept the pollen and promote the post-fertilization events. Pollination is occurred, fertilization also occurred, and finally seeds are developed. For example, if wrong type of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma, see this one here, this is also nothing but wrong type. This is also nothing but a wrong type. If it is incompatible, or a wrong type, the pistil reject the pollen, and inhibiting the pollen germination on the stigma. See this one here. Actually, this is nothing but a wrong type of the pollen grain. Wrong type of the pollen grains are fall on the pistil, fall on the stigma. The pistil reject the pollen. Here, how to find out the pistil reject the pollen? From the pollen grain, there is no development of any pollen tube. That's why pollen germination does not take place at the stigmatic region. That is nothing but the pistil reject the pollen. By inhibiting the pollen germination, this type of the pollen germination is completely inhibited. Inhibiting the pollen germination on the stigma, one more that is also known as a stigma of the pollen grain. Inhibit the preventing the pollen germination on the stigma or growth of the pollen tube into the style. This is also second one. Next one, the ability of the pistil to recognize by its acceptance or rejection is a continuous dialogue between the pollen grain and pistil. See this one. If you clearly observe this one, for example, this is one pistil. This is one pistil. Here, the ability of the pistil to recognize by its acceptance, by its acceptance or rejection is a continuous dialogues in between pollen grain and pistil. Here, what type of the chemical dialogues are also mainly occurred in the place? The dialogues are mediated by chemical components of pollen interacting with the pistil. This is one more point. This is actually pollen grain. This is a stigma, or this is stigma. This is style. This is a ovary. This is nothing but one pistil. How to pistil recognize the pollen grain? For example, same species of the pollen grains fall on the stigma during that time. From that pistil, from that stigmatic region, a specific type of the chemicals are released. In that condition, in between the stigma and pistil, the chemical dialogues are also mainly occur. That's why here the ability of the pistil recognized by its acceptance or rejection is a continuous dialogues. Which type of the dialogues are also mainly occurred in between pistil and pollen grain? That is chemical dialogues. That chemicals are mainly synthesized by the stigmatic region. For example, same species of the pollen grains fall on the stigma. In that condition, from that stigmatic region, a chemicals are synthesized. That chemicals are mainly helpful for germinations of the pollen grain. In case other species of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma, from that stigmatic region, there is no synthesis of any type of the chemicals. In that condition, from that pollen grain, there is no germinating of the pollen tube. That's why the dialogues are mediated by chemical components of pollen interacting with the pistil. The dialogues are mediated by chemical components of pollen interacting with the pistil. This is one more point. For example, if it is a right type of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma. If it is a right type or a compatible type of the pollen grains are fall on the stigma, from that pollen grain, pollen to be germinated. The pollen to germinated any one of the germapore of the pollen grain. If compatible type or right type, it is nothing but compatible. It is nothing but compatible or right type. Pollen grains are fall on the stigmatic region. From that pollen grain, any one of the pollen tube germinated any one of the germapore. Here, actually, this pollen tube transported through a tissue of stigma. This is nothing but a tissue of stigma. This is nothing but a tissue of stigma. A tissue of stigma. A tissue of style. A tissue of style. And finally reach to ovule. This is nothing but the ovule. In some of the species, the pollen grains are shed at two cellular stage. Actually, in some species, In some species, the pollen grains are shed at two cellular stage. Shed at two cellular stage. What are the two cells? One is vegetative cell and one more is generative cell. 60% of angiosperms, the pollen grains are shed at two cellular stage. In some of the plant bodies, the pollen grains are shed at three cellular stage. During that time, here the generative cell, it undergoes mitotic division to form two male gametes. That's why finally three cellular stage, one vegetative cell, two male gametes. This is nothing but the three cellular stage of a pollen grain. Most of the plant bodies, the pollen grains are shed at only two cellular stage. One cell is vegetative cell, one more cell is generative cell. Very few plants, the pollen grains are shed at three cellular stage. One is vegetative cell, remaining two cells are nothing but the two male gametes. And finally the male gametes are fuses with the components of embryo sac, that is nothing but egg and secondary nucleus to form diploid zygote and endosperm. Here, next one more point. After pollen germination, the pollen tube enter into the ovule in three ways. What are the three ways? First one is porogamy. Second one is chalazogamy. And third one is mesogamy. What is meant by porogamy? This is actually this is one ovule. This is actually chalaza end. This is a micropylary end. The pollen tube enter into ovule through micropyle. That is called porogamy. Examples of the porogamy: Woodtilia and hibiscus. Second one is chalazogamy. This is embryo sac. These are integments. The pollen tube enter into ovule through chalazal site. The pollen tube enter into ovule through chalazal site. That is called chalazogamy. It was first discovered by Trube. In Casuarina. Next one is called mesogamy. This is embryo sac. These are integments. The pollen tube enter into ovule through integments. That is called mesogamy. Examples of mesogamy. Cucurbita. In the cucurbita plant, the pollen tube enter into the ovule through integments. For example, the pollen tube enter into ovule through funiculus also. This is nothing but a funiculus. This is also known as a funiculus. The pollen tube enter into through funiculus. Example Pistacia. Example, Pistacia. That is also known as mesogamy. The pollen tube we enter into ovule through the integments in Cucurbita plant. The pollen tube we enter into through funiculus in Pistacia plant. If pollen tube we enter into integument or funiculus, that is also known as mesogamy. These are how to pollen tube we enter into ovule. The pollen tube is enter into ovule in 3 ways: porogamy, mesogamy, chalazogamy. Next one. Here one more point that is also known as many recent studies shown that the filiform apparatus present at the micropylar side, of the synergids, these filiform apparatus helpful for guide the entry of the pollen tube towards the embryo sac. Many recent studies have shown that filiform apparatus present at the micropylar part of the synergids, these filiform apparatus helpful for guide the entry of the pollen tube towards embryo sac. One more point that is also known as here all these events from pollen deposition on the stigma until pollen tubes enter into the ovule are together referred to as pollen pistil interaction. Here all events from pollen depositions on the stigma until pollen tube enter into the ovule together as referred to as a pollen pistil interaction. One more point. Next one is advantages of pollen pistil interaction. Pollen pistil interaction is a dynamic process involving the pollen recognition followed by pollen promotion or inhibiting the pollen grain. Here actually the pollen pistil interaction mainly involving the pollen recognition. First of all, the pistil recognize the pollen grain. If it is the right type of the pollen grain is fall on the pistil, the pistil promote the pollination. Otherwise, if it is the wrong type of the pollen grain fall on the pistil inhibiting the pollen grain. That is also first point. Second point, the knowledge in this area would help in plant breeders in manipulating, that is also making, created. The knowledge in this area would be helping plant breeders in manipulating pollen pistil interaction even in incompatible pollination to get desired hybrids. For example, here this is one species of the pollen grain. This is one species of the stigma. This is another species of the stigma and another species of the pollen grain. Actually, this plant is belonging to one species, this plant is belonging to another species. In case the other species of the pollen grain fall on the stigma, that is another species pollen grain fall on the stigma. That's why this pollen grain is nothing but wrong type of the pollen grain or incompatible pollen grain. Generally, the pistil reject the other species of the pollen grain. By using plant breeding techniques, manipulating the pollen pistil interaction by using incompatible pollen grains to get desired hybrids. Nowadays, here the scientists are also following the different plant breeding techniques, even by using incompatible pollen grain or a wrong type of the pollen grain. That incompatible pollen grain or a wrong type of the pollen grains are also pollen grains are germinated on the other species of the stigma from that pollen grain. Pollination is from that pollen grain, pollen to be germinated. Finally, we will get the desired hybrids. That is also known as second point. Next, third point. It can be studied easily. It can be studied easily about the germinations of the pollen grain. About the germinations of the pollen grain. Here, by dusting some pollen grain species, especially which type of the pollen grain species are also dusted. For example, if you see it, by dusting some species of pollen grain, what are the pollen grain? Pea, chickpea, crotalaria. Next one, balsam and vinca rosa. These all plants are belonging to Fabaceae group of the family. These all plants are belonging to Fabaceae group of the family. For example, if you collected the pollen grains from this plants, that pollen grains are keep on the glass slide. This is one glass slide. Keep on the glass slide containing a drop of sugar solution. This is nothing but a sugar solution. This is also known as a pollen grain. The pollen grains are collected from any one of plant. That the pollen grains are keep on glass side containing a drop of sugar solution. That is nothing but 10%. After 15 to 30 minutes, we will observe the glass slide. From that pollen grain, pollen to be germinated. That's why, which type of the chemicals are synthesized by the stigmatic region? Which type of the chemicals are synthesized by the pistil region? That is nothing but a sugar solution. That's why here from that stigmatic region, sugar solutions are synthesized. That sugar solutions are mainly helpful for synthesis of the pollen from different plant pollen grains. This is also nothing but third point. Fourth one. It will help the breeders to cross different species and often different genera to combine desirable characters, produce commercially superior varieties. Actually, by using this one here, it will help the breeders. Here, plant breeders, the main important work regarding to plant breeders, the plant breeders are always crossing in between two different varieties of the plants, crossing in between two desirable varieties of the plants. Finally, you get a desirable characters. Finally, actually, the plant breeders always crossing in between different species or different genera. In between, for example, we will follow in the breeding technique in between two different varieties. Finally, the newly developing plant, it consisting of desirable characters. That is also that plants are commercially superior varieties. This is also fourth point. That's why this is also pollen pistil interaction. Thank you all of you.